Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've got a 7th grader down to a preschooler, and on this channel I like to talk to you guys about secular homeschooling, motherhood, working from home mom who homeschools, family travel, large families, and everything in between. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you kind of an update on the Lightning Literature program. I have shared my initial thoughts in a video. I'll link that up here for you, and I'll of course put it down in the description. But this is my thoughts now that we've been using it for at least 2 months, maybe a little bit longer. So let's dive in. Lightning Literature, I bought it as a PDF. You can buy the actual workbooks if you'd like them, but you know, if you've been around at all, you know how much I love myself a PDF. And so that's what I chose to go with. I made this cover myself just by screenshotting this and making the cover because it didn't really come with a cover. It just came with this page, and I just wanted her to be able to have more of a visual of like what this is. And so we have a lot of spiral bound things because I like PDFs, so I wanted her to be easy to recognize that this is what this is. So that comes with a teacher manual, and then it comes with a student workbook and a student guide. I really wanted to love this program. I really wanted it to meet a need, and unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily meet that need that I was looking for, and I don't really love it. I don't think it's a bad program, and I'm going to share a lot of good with you, a lot of good that I actually do like about this program. It just didn't meet what my expectations were, or what I was looking for. Not even what my expectations were. It wasn't what I was looking for. So we had been using the Brave Writer program with her, and I really love that program. I have lots of videos about that, and I just was looking for a little bit more like actual grammar work. Like I wanted something a little bit more heavy on the grammar and structure of writing, and elements of writing and elements of stories. Something that was more, you know, like concrete, more worksheety. Brave Writer, I love it, but it's a lot of discussion, and I wanted her to actually have something to like do that kind of, I don't know, I guess helped me see that she was understanding things. So I was looking for worksheets, kind of, but this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I have found exactly what I wanted for that need, and it's Fix It Grammar. I've shared an initial thoughts, and I have a review coming up on that in a couple of weeks maybe. But this video is about the Lightning Literature, so I'm going to share with you my loves and dislikes of this program. So there are things that I do like about this program. I like that it gives you a weekly layout, like cover these things this week. So the student guide includes a little information about the author and like their writing style and things and what to look out for while you're reading. It includes some vocabulary in case they might be unfamiliar with it. It includes comprehension questions for them to answer as they're reading. And it normally has some, or not normally, it always has some kind of literary element that they're going to talk about. And this was kind of the piece that I was looking for in a program. And so it is here. And then the workbook gives you pages, and of course I've lost the page, hold on one second. So then the workbook uses the information that they've learned in this to answer some questions. And the literary element normally comes from the reading. By the way, I just thought I would share, this is the book we got for Alice in Wonderland. I'll link this, we got it on Amazon, but it is like an interactive book, and it has little things where you can like you can make Alice grow, and let me see if I can find the cat. And so you can make the Cheshire Cat disappear.
Yeah, God disappears.
Yeah, she just disappears. Isn't that fun?
Yes.
So, and it's just a really beautiful book. There's lots of really gorgeous illustrations in it. And so I just really love this copy of Alice in Wonderland. So if you're looking for a really beautiful copy, this is it. And it has Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. My daughter really enjoyed Alice in Wonderland and reading Alice in Wonderland. It's been her favorite piece of the Lightning Literature so far. But, you know, she's a giant fan of the Disney version of this movie, so she already loved Alice. And this book that is like kind of like your main spine in the book, the way it works is you read something from here, and then you read, you know, a novel or a book of some sort, and then you read something from here, and then a novel and book of some. This is great. We have enjoyed this. Some of the stories in here have been really awesome. Some of them, not so much, you know, because it's older stuff. She's not enjoying it that much, but this has been a really good book, and I do like this book. But on to the things that I don't love. So I don't love the way this program is broken down. So as you can see, for Alice in Wonderland, it says read the introduction and then read chapters 1 through 4 of Alice in Wonderland. Then the next week is read chapters 5 through 8. Then the next week is read chapters 9 through 12 and then read the rest of the lesson. So that whole entire 3 weeks, they've done nothing but read. That's it. Then, after they've done that, the next week, it says complete all of the worksheets from the workbook. And then do a writing lesson. So then she's writing, doing nothing but writing for an entire week. I don't like that. I don't like the way that is laid out. To me, it should be read a couple of chapters, do an activity. Read a couple of chapters, do an activity. Spreading out the amount of reading and spreading out the amount of writing. My child does not like to write. So therefore, like, having her spend an entire week writing is not going to happen. She's not going to do that. So I really wish it would have been laid out better in the sense of like, read a couple of chapters, do a worksheet or two. Read a couple of chapters, do a worksheet or two. So that she's doing a little bit of reading and a little bit of writing each week rather than all reading and all writing separated like that. Now, I've been able to set it up like that, but that's just more work for me. Like, that's not why I buy curriculum. I buy curriculum so that it's done for me. I don't have to do it. So that I don't love. And then the student guides and workbooks, I don't feel like it's not that they don't go together. They do go together, but it like doesn't say read this passage here and now go over to your workbook and do X worksheet. Like, it just is, here's the information and here's the worksheets, and you've got to figure out how they go together, kind of thing. It does say in your worksheet, like, it will say something like, based on the reading in the workbook, you answer these questions, you know. So it's not that it doesn't tell you where to look, it just isn't very well laid out. Like, it's not very specific. So I guess in general, like, I just feel like it could be laid out better. Another thing I don't like is, like, the worksheets, to me, just seem very, like, public schooly. And not that that's necessarily a bad thing, it's just, like, they're just old typeface, very plain, black and white, like, and I get that that's better for printing for some people, but like, I'd like to have it a little bit more visually interesting. I mean, they tried, you know, this is cute, but she just is very bored looking at this page, and I don't blame her. And then it does have some fun things in it. Like, there are word searches, and she does enjoy doing those, or not word searches, but crossword puzzles. There are word searches as well. My page will turn. So that does break it up nicely a little bit, you know, and she has learned things from this that does have good, like, vocabulary that we're learning that we didn't know. But I don't feel like the teacher's manual is very helpful. Minus the, like, the layout, which I don't love. Like, it was helpful, but I don't love it. The teacher's guide is basically just the answers to, like, the comprehension questions and the answers to the worksheets. There's not a lot of the reviews that I had heard was like, oh, it's got great synopsises of the reading and things like that, and I have not seen that. I don't know if it's just the level that I'm using, like I'm using level 7 and they just don't include it at this point, or what, but like, I'm not seeing that in what I'm looking at. So to me, it's just like answers, and which is great to have the answers, obviously, but I wish it gave a little bit more explanation. Like, this is not my area of expertise, so I wish it just had given me more tools as the teacher. So I don't hate it by any means. I still recommend giving it a shot if your child likes reading classical literature and likes doing worksheets, because there are plenty of kids that like doing that. I think it is a great program. I think it is very well laid, or really well, like they know what they're talking about. Like the content is good. I just feel like the content could have been presented in a better manner and could have been more useful for a homeschool mom. Like I feel like this is kind of designed for like a public school teacher who knows, all of these things. And I just need a little bit more help as a homeschool mom where this is not my area of expertise. All of that being said, I do think it's a good, solid program. It just isn't the right fit for us, and that's okay. It's so wonderful that now there are so many curriculum options out there that you can find a good fit for you, and there's a good fit for somebody who's different from you. So, not knocking this program at all. It is good. It just wasn't the right fit for us. Like I said, we will be Like I said, we will continue to use this for the rest of the school year. Like, we're not gonna throw it away. Like, we're not doing it. It just wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. The stories that I let her choose between level 6 and level 7, and the reason she chose level 7 is because she was really interested to read these books. So we are going to continue using this, and I have figured out a way to make it work, which is great. Like it works for us. But I don't know that I will purchase another level, and that's okay. And you never know, I might have one of my other 2 little kids might enjoy this kind of style. So not saying that I'll never use it again, not saying that it's a bad program. It just wasn't the right fit for us. And I'd love to hear, if you use this program, what you do like about it. And maybe you can help me see the light or figure out a better way to use it for our homeschool. So, while you are down making comments, I hope you will subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell so you can see when the next videos are coming out. I hope you will give today's video a thumbs up and let me know that you guys like this kind of content that I'm bringing to you. And I think that is all I have for you guys today. So I am going to say adieu. As you can probably hear from all the whining next to me, I have some children who need some attention. And so I will talk to you guys again real soon. Bye.